Hello, mobsters. This is the Boss of Bosses coming to you today with another weekly update. Today I'm going to be going over the February St. Valentine's Day Massacre Event. This event just released yesterday for the sign-up period. The sign-up period is going to last 2 more days, and during that time, if a player decides that they want to join, they can join the event. If it's not something that they have time for or have an interest in playing, they don't have to. So this is just for people who want to participate in the event. So once the 2 days are up, remaining left that we have, the event will start, and it's going to put people into teams. It's going to be 2 teams, and it's going to set the highest activity on the number 1 spot. The second over here, test 32 is the 3rd highest activity, and so on and so forth, to try and balance out and make the teams as fair as possible. Now, this could mean that you will be going up against your own family members. It means that you'll all be working with people from other families to try and win the event. And as you can see right now, I am on, this team has got, Southside Gang has score 4, kills 21, and their leader is Al Capone. Northside Gang, score 5, kills 22, leader George Moran. So to get a score, which determines who wins unless there's a tie, is you have to kill the leader. And as you can see over here, I'm currently on test 1 fam, so I can only attack the other team. And test 32 is available to be attacked, and test 41 is available to be attacked. Test 3 has been tagged out, highlighted in red. I've also been tagged out, and so has test 40 test. So you stay tagged out until either you kill someone else or your leader is killed, and then your whole team is basically revived. So if I go ahead and I attack test 32, here we go, massacre attack, you killed test 32. So normally this would say next attack in 10 minutes and then counting, but that's disabled right now for the testing purposes. So I just got that kill. They're now tagged out, and I am no longer tagged out. So you can save yourself and save your team by trying to attack the other team and getting yourself untagged, so that way they can't kill your leader. So I'm just going to keep going to just demonstrate what happens. So now that I tagged out test 41, the entire team is now tagged out. The attack button showed on Al Capone. So I have score 5 and kills 24. I'm going to attack Al Capone, and I got him. So you killed the enemy leader and scored a point for your team. So now we're up to 6 score and kills 25. So when the event ends, the event's going to run for a week. It's going to determine the winner based on the highest score. So if these were tied, then it would go to who has the most kills. So if Northside Gang only had 4, Southside had 4 score, it'd go to kills. Northside has 25 and Southside has 21. So the Northside would win this. Now, if both score and kills are tied, then it's a tie and everyone gets the same rewards. So now that I can do that, and then you just basically just keep going. And you just keep doing this with your team over and over and just try and get the highest score and kills that you possibly can. And, try and strategize, taking out the right people at the right time. You don't know what attacks are happening. Maybe that'll be something that will feel like needs to be added. So this is just it's kind of like a test run. Players can use this as a test run. So this event is just provided stats. You have a 90% chance to kill someone when you click attack. But when this event is over, another event will shortly start. Same event, but this time it will use your player stats. So then more strategy will come into play during that. So you can learn the mechanics of the event during the provided stats, just practice, and then the real deal is when you win the real event, like when it uses your stats, which will be a lot harder because then it's going to use your accuracy to try and attack and kill the other team. So if you have low accuracy, you're not going to be very good at the stat where the stats aren't provided and it uses your current stats. So if you have low accuracy, you might not want to join or still participate. It's still going to be possible for you to whack someone. It's just going to be harder, just like in the game. The difficulty will be the same, except for there won't be any housing affected in this. There won't be any cities affected by this. As you can see, there's nothing that asks to see or displays what city you're in. It doesn't matter where you are in the game. It doesn't matter anything about your character. This is a completely side event just for fun. There are some minor rewards I post on the message board, which I did finalize those for the stat provided. Those will be the rewards. And so that's the event. So again, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be something completely different and a little bit challenging, hopefully engaging, give us something to do in between doing our jobs, and provide something just a little bit different. So shake things up. And as always, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. And maybe I'll be able to make those suggestions in place for the next event where it uses your actual stats. So this is the first time it's ever run. I'm sure there'll be things that we come up with together that we feel like would be more fun, would fix maybe an issue or make it more fair. I already have an idea of how to make it a little bit more fair. The way I have it set up based on activity is not the best mechanic to use, so I'm going to have to implement a mechanic which will be used for a lot of these types of events. So it will go use. So I just got to develop a new system to basically kind of determine someone's capabilities, so that way the teams are made as fair as possible. So hopefully the teams are good. Hopefully we don't have any situations where one team just dominates the other one. But again, even if that does happen, just try and have fun. And if it's not fun, stop participating. But even if you're losing, it'd still be fun to get kills and see if you can maybe rebound and catch up. And, you get to attack the other players that, if one of your rivals is on the other team, you can try and always attack them and at least get some kind of joy out of it. So that's the current event that's released. So that's what I've been working on recently, getting put into the game. I do have a little bit more work to do to get the stat version of this done. And then with any changes or updates that we think might make this even better from this event, I'll try and incorporate. So, and then from listening to you guys and the fun that you guys had with Omerta Santa and your request to have Omerta Cupid, I did have time, and I have been working on putting in Omerta Cupid into this around the February. So I'm thinking the event is going to start for Cupid, and it'll be a lot like Santa, is on February 9th, game time midnight, basically reset. Cupid will show up into the Omerta family. You'll then be able to attack using your whacks, your arsons, your beats, robs, and extorts. And you'll have a chance at getting a Valentine. So similar to Santa, instead of getting presents, you're going to get a Valentine. And this is going to be completely different because I don't want to copy exactly what any event does from the other ones. So every event's got to be slightly different, so that way it's engaging and it's still fun. So this event will run from the 9th to most likely the 16th. So at midnight on the 16th, Omerta Cupid will be removed from the game, will be hidden from sight, and won't have any access to being able to attack it further once it gets removed. That's something that got fixed from Omerta Santa. Omerta Cupid, just like what I learned from Omerta Santa, will not affect heat meters at all. So if you attack Omerta Cupid, it does not increase it at all. It treats it as if you didn't do any attacks or anything. I don't want my events to hinder the game or make things harder just because you're trying to enjoy them. So they're a bonus. They're an added little feature. So after the 14th, you'll be able to actually do something with your Valentines. And what you can do with these Valentines is you'll get them in your inventory. It'll be in your special inventory page, just like where your presents were. And you'll be able to send a Valentine to another player. They can be any player in the game. You can send them a Valentine, and they'll get a mail asking from you if they will be your Valentine. And if they accept yes, they will get 1 Omerta point. If they decline, then they don't get anything. That's that's going to be the event. So very small, nothing like Santa. It's not going to be anything crazy. With tons of presents that are going to give out really great gifts. I want to preserve that and save that for Christmas. So if I add any Omerta type characters, they're going to have something little additional bonus to add into the game, but it won't be anything major. So that's what I have planned for Omerta Cupid and when it will start. Its leave date might change. I'm not sure how long I want it to stick around for. And then I think that's it. That covers it. Oh, and with Omerta Santa, there was like one message that you'd get if you got a present. Seeing that you guys also really enjoyed that and thought that was fun, and some of them were entertaining. I've added 3 possible statements that can happen for each attack. So look out for those. Look out for the different ones. Some of them are pretty funny. I think you guys will get a kick out of them. So I'm excited for that. And then after this event is done, Cupid is done, I will then begin working on changes to try and implement a better viewpoint for a player. I'm going to add in where Dons can post on the Streets family board. Basically, you can do an ad for why they should join your family. So if they click on the family board while in the Streets, you can actually have a post there that is a recruitment post. So I'm gonna work on adding that in. I'm gonna work on adding in a little kind of like a chart onto a family page, and what that chart is going to do is basically promote your family. Like as a Don, you're going to be able to select, all right, what type of family are you, from like activity wise to aggression wise. Like there'll be a rating you can select from. So like 5, like we're super active and we like to go to war a lot. So like those are options that you can select, and that'll be like, how many districts can your family have? What's your drug limit? What's your family warehouse limit? And any other perks that eventually will get added into the game for family perks that you can buy with your family points. This chart will be like a little display. It'd be like kind of like bragging rights. Like, hey, look at all the things that we have. And so a new player can look at that and be able to decide what they're looking for in a family. And then the Don can also select what are they looking for. So that can display too. Like, we're looking for someone who logs in at least once a day, or we're looking for someone who logs in 3 to 5 times a day, or once every 2 days. Whatever selection you pick as a Don of what you're looking for, then that player will know, well, I'm new. I'm not sure if I'm going to play that much, so maybe they wouldn't go for a high intensity family. Or if they are an active player and they're looking for a new game and hopefully this is it for them, then they'll be like, all right, I'm active. I want to be in an active family. So they'll know, like, all right, join that. But if they're not active, if family's like, we're looking for active players that are logging in 3, 5, whatever the amount you set for, if they can't meet that, if they join that, then they're just eventually going to be discouraged and possibly get kicked from that family because they're not meeting that family standards. So the whole point of this little chart system that's going to be displayed on family pages is just to promote yourself as a family, as why someone should join you, and then promote what you're looking for so they make sure that they join the right family. And hopefully it prevents families from getting in people that just aren't going to meet their standards, because the different Dons in this game definitely have different standards of what is acceptable for a player to do. So it's good for a player to be able to pick the right family for them. So I'm going to add that in. I'm going to try and clean up any of the login process, sign up process, login process. The first information that you get hit with, most likely make another tutorial video with these new updates and make that video clickable as soon as they log in while they're in the street. So that way they can immediately get right to the information that explains like what would they need to do for a family and what they're looking for in a family. And then I'm going to try and have a automatic system that will send mail to players who have stopped playing the game to get their feedback, things that they didn't like, things that they did like, whatever they want to share, to hopefully make those improvements going forward so that way the player retention is better. I think it is a really fun game. I think it's got potential, and sometimes when you join a game, I've joined games before in the past, and I didn't give them the opportunity that they deserved to see if it was something for me. And then eventually I did go back to them and took the time to actually learn about the game and found it actually fun, and I ended up playing the game, where before I just gave it a quick look over. So sometimes that happens. So I'm trying to implement things that will catch their eye to hopefully pique their interest and show them that the game has something that might be for them that would be fun. So that's the next thing that I'll be working on. None of those updates are too crazy, so that shouldn't take too long. And then I'm going to be working on creating an actual live chat system in the game. I know we have the family invite, like sit downs and meetings that you can run, which is currently not even working, because no one was really even using it. So it is down for the moment and needs some tweaks to make that work, which I do plan on keeping that just because it's good for sit downs and stuff. Maybe having a sit down with another family. So it does have a purpose, but I do want to implement a live chat system for us to be able to communicate, make it easier. You don't have to send mail for everyone to say like someone's turf rating, like, because someone might log in hours later and they're already gone, but that's just mail that clunks it up. So keep the chat going and people can actually like become a family. I feel like if we have a chat system in the game, it'd be easier for us to all communicate within our families and talk and get to know each other and have fun with each other by joking around and having conversations. And I think that will be a drastic improvement to the game to make us all hopefully enjoy the game more if we can actually have an easier form of communication with our own family members. So that will be after the player retention program, and then once I get the chat system in, I think it's then time to get back to advertising and really push the game forward finally. I think it'll be at a really good spot. I'm really proud of where it's at and pleased with a lot of the changes. Also, during all this time, I will be still trying to tackle any lag issues that are still popping up here and there. They're definitely better on my end, but they are still there. I do still experience them from time to time. Nothing as bad as like it used to be, but I still have a lot more little minor tweaks to make that even better. And I think that will change things once I get that going. So that I'll probably do before I start advertising as well, because I want the game to be sharp and clean as we play it, and don't want someone coming in trying it for the first time and they experience lag and get frustrated and be like, well, that's unfortunate. So that's what I got going on. That's what I got on the docket for you guys. What I'm working on, what I just released, and where I see we going forward. So then the next event won't be until April. So I got a couple months before I get you guys a new event. Not sure what April will be yet. Haven't really thought it out too much. I have some ideas. There are some things I do plan on putting into the game. There will be a like survivor round, similar to what we used to experience in the previous, like when the game used to have rounds. There will be a survivor mode. I just don't know what month that's going to occupy, because that was a lot of fun, fighting to be the last one standing. So yeah, so that covers everything. So I hope you enjoy this event. I hope you have a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it will be fun. I know I'm looking forward to it and having fun with it. So I hope you do too. All right, today's code is respect. All lowercase, one word. The video's code is respect. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy, stay safe, be well.